Having kids because I would want to pick them up from school in a G-Wagon. If it's not a G-Wagon, it needs to be in like an all-black Range Rover Sport. They hop in, we go to soccer practice, we go to football practice, we go to lacrosse practice, and then after that, they go home. They're playing an instrument. I've hired a personal tutor. As they are playing an instrument, I don't give a fuck what it is. Could be flute, could be trombone, could be a piano. They are, on the weekends, also going to have language classes because they got to be bilingual. I would hire either a French tutor or a Spanish tutor, very popular language. No, it's not healthy, but I would want my kids to have an extension of the life that I've built for myself. I would want to travel with my kids. So I know it's not healthy, but I would want them to have access to everything that I didn't growing up. I know it isn't healthy, but it does also require a village. So I would also want to hire help. I would want to hire a chef. I would want to hire a maid, a nanny if I'm being for real. Anyway, in this economy, it would take several lifetimes to be able to afford all of that. So I'm not having kids.
This video is for anyone that is child-free by choice. And if you are not child-free by choice and you are just really pro-birth, please scroll. Don't leave a comment under this. I'm being so serious. Let me give it a second. If you are child-free by choice or you're thinking about it, I want you to know that you're not a bad person. A lot of people will try to make you feel like a bad person. A lot of people will try to change your mind. I think this can be a very isolating feeling. I've known since I was 15 that I don't want kids, and I'm 31 now, and I still stand by that choice. Have I kind of teetered and changed my mind in certain relationships? Yes, but I always go back to what my 15-year-old self knew and still knows now, right? You're not a bad person, and I just needed to say that because I've been called every name under the sun under a video I made about being child-free, and sometimes it makes me uncomfortable to share it with people because a lot of people don't understand and they want to push birth on you. But I'm just truly saying this in hopes that you'll find your community. You'll find your people or your person that you feel safe having those conversations with. I sometimes feel like I can't have this conversation with people, and sometimes even having it online, even though it has become more normalized, which makes me so happy to see, it's still hard because people will literally call you every bad name under the book just because you are using your own autonomy and you're choosing differently than them. And you just have to find your community and your people and your safe space in which you can say those words. You can say the words, I don't want to have kids, or I think I don't want to have kids. I hope you find a safe space for that conversation. I do, because I don't know that I actually said those words out loud until I was in my late 20s. But you're safe. You're okay. You are not a bad person.
I'm a mom of two, and I'm going to tell you the real reason that women are not having children, and you're not going to like it. The real reason women are choosing to be child-free is because in 2025, having a child is a losing proposition. You lose status at work, you lose status socially, and if you're unfortunate enough to have to raise these children without social support, which is many women across the world, your physical and mental well-being suffers. This is not some conspiracy against men or against humankind. The math just ain't mathing. And make no mistake, we live in and continue to live in systems that have been created by and that benefit men. A woman has to choose between her own well-being and that having a child, and we're pissed off because they're choosing themselves now. So instead of coming at the women that are choosing themselves, because you know if push came to shove, that's what you'd be doing as well, let's create systems in which families, mothers, and fathers can be well supported. Tell me what you think in the comments. Cheers.
Okay, talking for real. If I had the funds, if I had the help, if I had a partner to like have a family and I want a kid, if I had all those things, yo, I still wouldn't want a kid. I still don't. I don't care how expensive or how cheap they are, how annoying or how annoying they are, whether you have support or not, bitch, I still don't want kids. Nothing can convince me. Like, the only way I would have a kid is like if it comes with a receipt and like it's not final sale. Like, I can return it. Like, I can't even exchange it. It's return, full refund, full.
I know this is about to hit some dudes like a ton of bricks, but what's stopping you from meeting the woman of your dreams is your unwarranted desire to have kids.
If you would just give up this notion of leaving behind a legacy, you could spend the rest of your life happy with the woman of your dreams, the partner of your dreams, that's just happy and content to spend the life with you without making more little copies. Just thought you should know.
But I want to know, what are your top 3 reasons for remaining child-free?
3 reasons why I won't procreate is, first, I'm a Black woman. I have a really high chance of dying on that table, pushing out a child. 2, the world is ending. We don't know if you're going to have clean air in 30 years. Who knows if New York's going to be underwater in 50 years. The earth is burning. She's trying to kill us off with these pandemics. Why would I bring a child in this situation? And number 3, there's already a lot of kids here. I don't need to procreate. I don't need a mini-me. I'd rather adopt, foster care, second mom, play mom. I'm already an auntie. I don't need.
I don't know why, but I feel like I am too young to be a mother. I was with Justin yesterday. We were at a pumpkin patch, and there were so many families, especially like young families, as in like under 35. And I was like, can you even imagine us having a kid right now? Like, that is so crazy. But he was like, yes, I can. He was like, you know, the average age that people have kids is like the age that you're at right now. I was like, no way. And he researched it, and it said 27 and a half is the average age for a woman to have her first child, which is crazy to me. I think it's because I only have one friend that has a kid. That's it. Nobody else has a kid. Nobody else is pregnant. Nobody else is planning to have a kid anytime soon. I just cannot imagine life right now with a child. Like, I can't imagine a car seat. Y'all, I cannot even imagine feeding a child. I can't imagine working right now while having a child either here or at daycare. It's so weird. And I always talk to Justin about this, how I feel like I'm so young. Like, sometimes I feel like I'm 21, but I know like I'm 27. I'm at a very big age now, right? But like things, like big adult things like that, it feels so far away. I feel like once more of my friends start to have kids, get married, whatever, then maybe it will feel more normalized. Not like I'm trying to like follow what my friends are doing. I don't know. It feels weird.
I have never given birth to children. I have never been pregnant, and I don't want to be any of those things. People think that because I have PCOS, that's why I don't have kids. No, baby, I don't have kids because I don't want to have kids. What would I do if I ever got pregnant? Don't know. Never been in that position. But as selfish as it is, I don't want children. Why do you want children? Because you want to have children, not because you need to have children. That's also selfish. A lot of you have kids because you want somebody to take care of you when you get old, and that's also selfish. And a lot of you come to me and say, well, what are you going to do when you get old and you don't have nobody to take care of you? Baby, yes, I will. There's people and facilities that will take care of me, and I will make sure to save so that I can be put in those positions where people will take care of me, and very well. I don't want children. My life has been hard. I've had a traumatic upbringing, and no, that's not why I don't want children, because I know I would be a phenomenal mom. But my life is not perfect. There's a lot of ups and there's a lot of lows, and this world is not the best. So why would I bring a child into this world knowing that at any minute I could lose it all? Oh, it'll make you work harder. No, it won't. I've seen a lot of people in a position of having several children, and they are not in the best position of their lives. And then there's some people who are in the best position, and some people, they're doing just fine getting by. But me, in my life, I just don't want children, and I don't know why that bothers people so much. It is absolutely okay to live a life that you love, travel the world, eat good things, start businesses, enjoy the people around you without having to bring children into this mess, into this dynamic. So why does it bother you that someone doesn't want to have kids? Ask yourself that.
So I've pretty much made up my mind that I don't want to have kids in my lifetime. But sometimes it makes me kind of sad because I do love kids. Like, I genuinely love children. But I just don't want my own. And that's a very big if, because I might change my mind later on in life. But I definitely think that if I do change my mind, it's going to be more of an adoption kind of thing. Just because I feel like pregnancy just looks so painful. it doesn't look appealing to me, and I know your body goes through a lot of changes and people say it's this beautiful thing, which yes it is, but I don't want that to happen to me. And it does make me sad that I don't specifically crave that feeling to want to be a mother, but it's just never came to me, and it is a little sad, but we'll see. Maybe I'm just, only 26, still young, but I just don't picture myself having children in the future. Does anybody else feel like that, or is it just me?
Since we're on the topic of being child-free, another thing that grinds my gears is when you are enjoying your life as a child-free person and somebody with kids says, that must be nice. It is nice. And guess what? Pregnancy and having kids is 100% preventable. It's not like the flu. You don't catch it. It's a choice that you make.
You're not about to make me feel bad for not having kids at 27 years old. This isn't a rhetoric that I've just heard me go through. But I hear this from a lot of people who are over the age of 25 with no kids, about people with kids basically trying to shame and bully, make fun of them for simply not having kids at this age. And there is nothing wrong with that. Like, you're not about to make me feel bad for not having kids. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm really not sorry, because I'm unapologetic with that shit, bro. Like, no. You're not about to shame me taking on a responsibility I know for a fact right here, right now, I am not ready for. Financially, cool. But I don't have the patience. I barely have patience for grown people, let alone a kid. I just don't have that type of mental capacity right here, right now. Be a parent, be a father to any kid whatsoever. And especially to be forced into that dynamic for a life with the wrong person that is just gonna be toxic at every single turn, be bitter at every single turn. Nah, y'all can keep that. I'm living life freely. It's not saying that you can't live life just because you have kids, but it makes it a little bit easier when you don't have kids, and that's just the reality.
The people have spoken, so let's do it. Why I don't want kids, part 2. Number 1, I am selfish, and I will admit that. I want my shit to be my shit. I want my money to go towards things that I like and I want. I don't want to have to put off a trip because my baby needs a crib, A good mother would sacrifice her shit for her child, and that's why I'm not having kids. Number 2, have you seen the things that happen to a pregnant person while they are pregnant? Fucking hair falling out, teeth falling out, everything's going wrong in their body because they basically have a leech feeding off of them. No fucking thank you. Number 3, I get overstimulated very easily. Sometimes lights are too bright, sometimes noises are too loud, sometimes foods are too smelly. That's kind of just how my brain works. I don't want to put myself in the situation of having to care for a crying baby while I'm overstimulated, because it's not going to be good for my brain.